the Army.
Yeah.
Probably the police.
There's a cock there.
Yeah.
Cock there.
This gentleman over here in the blue shirt with gray hair and the glasses on is our president of this museum, Jim Kuzminoff. My name is Ron Balser. I actually used to reenact with you guys for about a dozen years. Last event I did, I think, was up at Lowell about 3 years ago. I was always one of the MPs. That was with Andy Roden. We did the escort for Roosevelt for several years. At one time I was commander of the 1st Special Service Force. What you're standing in is the Vermilion County War Museum. This was actually the old Danville Library. It was built in 1903. It's one of the Carnegie libraries. The veterans organizations got a hold of this after the library left. There were some other entities that wanted it. One, they wanted to make a children's museum. Another option for this building was going to be torn down, probably make a parking lot for the library. But the veterans, mostly World War II veterans, Korean War veterans, they got together and established a museum board, and they went to the city and proposed that we create a museum here. We moved in here in November 11th. We opened up in 1999. This building was basically empty the day we opened up. Within 1 year, we were pretty much filled to the brims, and we still get donations every single day for the most part. We've got the buildings divided up into different time sections. The room over here, you start out the American Revolution as it pertains mostly to the state of Illinois. We got a huge collection of World War I. We probably got one of the bigger collections of uniforms and some field gear and stuff that you'll see in any other small museum. The room over to our south or to your right here, to your back, is all World War II. We have a room back here dedicated to POWs of all wars. We have a Congressional Medal of Honor on display in there that was awarded to Major Kenneth Bailey as a Danville native. He was a U.S. Marine. He was killed in World War II. Very back corner to your left, you can see that there's a display case back here, but this room off to your left is all present day Afghan, Iraqi, Desert Storm. Very back corner is what little bit that we do have from Vietnam, which we don't have a whole lot. Those guys didn't keep a lot of stuff. To the right-hand corner, there again, Korea. Very little equipment that we have on display there, mostly just a few uniforms and stuff. Very back right-hand corner, we have a collection of mostly our rifle collection that dates clear back to, what we got, 1820, 1830s, clear up to some World War II Japanese-era Sakas. In the Vietnam case, we have an M14, a simulated M16A1. Don't ignore the label on it. It's wrong. It says an M16 needs to be changed, and there's an SKS and a AK-47 in there. We do have a couple of original rifles in the Revolutionary War section, and then some others that were custom made. If you look in the front display case here, we have an assortment of pistols, mostly World War I and World War II. For the most part, these are all privately owned, on loan to us from different collectors here in the area. If you have any questions about it, then feel free to ask. I know you guys probably know more than we do, but still any questions?
The Japs were all dead. We started out again. Later, I heard my first 1,000-pound bomb falling with a gigantic hiss. I was paralyzed. It sounded as if hell was opening up to swallow us for what we had just done. The bomb exploded 75 yards away. We were thrown to the ground and bounced around until I thought I was dead. I learned then how cheap life is, how we take it for granted. So quickly and brutally it's taken away. Let me tell you that sudden death is horrible and absolutely inglorious. Many times since then, I felt sure I was breathing my last. I'm the target of 100 air raids with no shelter, lying whole days in foxholes, the platoon pinned down by snipers. Well, you keep asking me, so I'll tell you. I've been shell-shocked and bomb-shocked.
Dear Mother, we took off from our base early one morning in a flight of 6 P-40s. After raiding Hong Kong, on our way back, I got into trouble. My engine began to run very rough. When I slowed down to save it, some Zeros caught up to me. Well, I shook them off, but I knew I was going to have to land. I was losing altitude.
Corregidor, May 6th, 1942. They are not yet near. We've got about 55 minutes, and I feel sick at my stomach. I'm really low down. They're around us now, smashing rifles. They bring in the wounded every minute. We'll be waiting for you guys to help. This is the only thing, I guess, that can be done. General Wainwright is the right guy. And we're willing to go on for him. But shells were dropping all night faster than hell. Terrific. Too much for guys to take.
I may never see you. You and I may never talk together as a father and child should. That is why I write you this letter now. The country of which you will soon be a citizen is fighting for its life, and your father is preparing for his share in the combat. We cadets joke and laugh at the dangers ahead, but each of us knows that someday he must face the final fact of death. We do not want to die, but we face death so that you of the future may have a world worthy of our dreams. My faith allows me to look forward to wonderful years ahead that we shall share. If it should be otherwise, then you must dream my dreams. Find peace, the happiness that I have only touched upon. May my blessing and that of God protect you and keep you. Your father.